Okie dokie. Hey, light. I'm gonna change some settings real quickly. Where is... Okay. Just have to do a couple of settings on Discord. Give me a second. Okay. Garcia doesn't need that anymore. Yeah. Doesn't need it. You doesn't need it. I'll keep. Yeah. How you doing? You okay? Alright, where were we? Yep. Oh, decent. That's good. Oh. Good. That's good. The ability to jump and squish monsters. In the next lesson, will make the player die when the monsters hit them on the ground. First, we have to change a few settings related to physics interaction with the physics layer. Okay. Physics interactions. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I don't think it is based on the thingy, but yeah, I'm not 100% certain. That's good? Okay, that's good to hear. We're switching it up a little bit. I'm listening to not night music, just Skyrim music in general. So. Business Bounty have access to 2... You sound tired as hell. I'm emotionally worn out. I am very, 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 very tired. So not physically, I'm fine. Physically, I'm just tired of. I'm just tired. Ah, the good old. Yeah. Yeah. Physics about to have access to 2 complementary properties, layers and masks. Layers define which physics layers is an object. And as an object, masks control the layers that a body will listen and detect. An object is. Okay. Listen and detect. Okay. This affects collision detection when you want 2 bodies to interact. You need at least one to have a mask. Okay. Hey, Carnal. In the stream in the background while I'm playing Project Silverfish, so I'll be here. Don't actually be seeing anything most of the time. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. How long have you been playing Project Silverfish, if you don't mind me asking? Because I started playing it a while back, or few a few months back, I think, at this point, and I've been really enjoying it. But February. So I played in February, and I have been having a blast since then. So, but yeah, have fun, enjoy your time. If that's confusing, don't worry. We'll see 3 examples in a second. It's important. I started playing a few days ago, and I'm having a lot of fun. About 15 hours logged so far. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I recommend starting with Hey Flurp. Thoughts on the splash text I found in Minecraft? Very funny. I find that the reload mode is a lot more fun than the permanent or the loss of items mode. I just don't like that sort of stuff, but I also know that it's not how the game is intentionally designed. So either way, anyway, have fun. Thanks for putting on the backgrounds. So yeah. The importance of, let me go ahead and pull this over here. Okay. So we'll go with the mask. And the important point is that can use layers and masks to filter physical interactions, control performance, and remove the need for extra conditions in your code. Okay. By default, all physical bodies area are set both layer and mask 1, which means they collide with each other. Yes. Makes sense. Physics layers are represented by numbers, but we can give them names to keep track of what they are. Project settings. Okay. Project settings. Okay. In the left menu, navigate down to Layer Names, 3D Physics. Layer Names. Oh yeah. 3D Physics. Wow, there's a bunch of them. Who posted my nudes? Layer 1 through 32. Wow. 32 layers. I can't think of a single situation where you'd want to have 32 separate layers of physics interaction. I cannot think of a single situation where you'd want that many interactions. So... but maybe I'm just not thinking about it hard enough. Either way, you can set the names here, name the first 2 layers, enemies world, player, enemies world, respectively. Whoops. What? I also got a Dorito crumb jammed in the area between my tongue and the lower gums. Sounds like a... why can I not rename this? Thank God it didn't thank God... almost got one. Okay. Thank God I haven't... but it sure hurts like hell, yes. Okay, so why can I not rename this? Almost ouch? Yes. Not rename. Oh, I see. I see. Player. Mob. World. I think that's what I wanted. Player enemies world. Enemies. There we go. Okie dokie. So I had some soup for dinner instead of literally anything that requires chewing. Yeah, yeah. Soup is nice. I like soup a lot. Chicken noodle soup. Homemade chicken noodle soup is some of the best soup you can ever have. In the main scene, select the ground node. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off to this. Well, actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now I don't have to. Okay, this is perfect. Soup. Just bog standard tomato soup. Tomato soup is fine. Tomato soup, add a little salt to it, give it a little cheese if you have it. If not, just tomato soup is fine. If you can't enjoy tomato soup, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So, guide physics nodes. If in the main scene, select the ground node, inspector, expand collision. Collision object 3D. And collision. Also, YouTube channel is struggling with lip sync. Yeah, I know. The thing is that I'd have to spend time trying to fine tune it, and I just don't have the time to fine tune it, unfortunately. So, lip, jaw. Jaw sync. Yeah, I know. You know what's better than tomato soup? Tomato mashed into a soup. That's tomato soup. That's what tomato soup is. You are describing a soup. You're describing tomato soup specifically. That's what happens. You mash it up and you make it soup. That is what tomato soup is. Tasty. Okay. Ground is part of the world, so it's the 3. Makes sense. Light darkness hookers and below are better than tomato soup. No, I disagree. Tomato soup gives you fulfillment. Hookers and blow doesn't. Remove the mask. Okay, so that's what his physical object is going to be. Soup keeps me alive? Exactly. Hookers and blow kill you. Stupid frog. You could just use the emote, Gallic. You know that, right? Then Blackjack and Jack Black are better than soup? Oh, God. You know, that's the thing. It's like, and it doesn't drain me. That's the thing. It's like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, I'm kind of tired of Jack Black. He's like The Rock. He's in a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, I'm kind of done with him. So, As for blackjack is fun. Blackjack is fun. I don't have enough energy to spend processing that anymore. Yeah, pretty much. Listen, Ray, Jack Black may be a joke, but at least people laugh when he's around. I mean, yeah. I'm just tired. All right, I'm just emotionally worn out, and so I don't have the energy to I don't have the energy to like try and yeah, I don't know. He plays Poe the Panda. That's true. That's true. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, Jackbook is fun. That's true. He is. I'm just like, I don't know. Yep, I'm just tired of all the reruns and all the same old stuff. All the stuff that's designed just to make money and not actually care about, like, stuff. I don't know. Okay, so that's the world physics layer. Also, a quick reminder to dissuade any of those Copa boats, or whatever the hell YouTube is trying to do these days. Right, I'm sorry, hold on, give me 1 second. Retard. There we go. What the fuck is Kappa? The word retarded should suffice, whatever that is. My thoughts exactly. He said he said Richard. I've never watched Beavis and Butthead. I don't know how that sounds. As mentioned before, the mass property allows the node to listen to interaction with the other physics objects. Ah, okay. Okay, so I understand it now. So, the physics layer shows where it exists, but this is irrelevant because it doesn't. If it exists, it doesn't matter if it doesn't interact with any of the other masks. Okay. This is where it is. This is how it interacts. Okay. But we don't need to have any collisions. Ground doesn't have to listen to anything, so just there prevent creatures from falling. Note that you can click on the ... button on the side of the property to see named chipboxes. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I'm fairly certain if the creators of Godot heard me saying retard so many times, they'd probably throw a hissy fit. Yeah. Next to the player in Mob, open up the Tayson by double clicking on it, or I can just do save real quickly. The U collision player is that. Oh, and 3, because it needs to be able to interact with it. So if it doesn't click interact with that, that would be amusing. Yes. So it's able to interact with the world, but the world's not able to interact with it. Why are you giving me a signal? Root node scene is recommended not to transform instance scene will usually override this. Reset the transformation load scene, remove this warning. Root node of the scene is not recommended to be transformed since instances of the scene will usually overwrite this. Machine and reveal the scene. R? I don't know. How do I reload the scene? I don't care, it's fine. I'd pay to see that? I wouldn't. I'm tired of dealing with irrational people. You there. Okay. Yeah, it's easy peasy. I don't care. We'll test it. So now, they don't interact with each other, but they interact with me. Interesting, so I can kind of get stuck, actually. No, I'm stuck! Woo! Okay, whatever. Okay. Okay, so that works, actually. That works really well. As it goes to enemies, yep, already did that. These settings mean the monsters will move through one another. If you want the monsters to collide with and slide against each other, return on... I don't want to do that. No wonder they attempt to hold the player. They can't hug their own kinds. I know. I have removed their ability to do so. It is their divine punishment. Oh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Okay. I am, yeah. It requires 2 lines of code. Yeah, I imagine as much. The mobs don't need the mask world layer because they only move on the X and Y plane. We don't have to apply gravity to them by design. Oh. Oh. Okay. I guess that makes sense because the jumping allows the... Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because the jumping means we have to be able to go in the Z dimension, or XZ, the Y dimension. So it doesn't actually matter. So, okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. While I'm looking at this, I don't care. Get something interesting like, I don't know, Skyrim PNGs. I'm just gonna close this. I don't need to look at that. Expand this out. Oh, okay, jumping. Jumping mechanic itself requires only 2 lines of code. Open the player's scripts. Scripts. Okay, so we need to control the jump strength and update the physics process to code the jump. Okay. Physics process. Update physics process to jump the code. Physics process. Oh, I'm in player. That's in. If input, yada yada yada. Well, if that's the case, it's just going to be a simple if input. If input is... Oh, hold on. If input is action pressed, jump. What is it? It's if action pressed, just jump. What's it? It's... Oh, that's right. Direction Y is plus equal to, I don't know, 1. Or 20. Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm doing this incorrectly. Variable jump impulse. Oh, okay, hold on. Export variable jump underscore impulse is equal to 20. Okay, and I guess this is incorrect because we'll just use the jump impulse rather than fix this on if is on floor and input is okay. If it is on floor and input action is just action is just pressed. Action if his action underscore just pressed. Okay. Target velocity y is equal to target velocity dot y is equal to jump impulse. Okay, so basically we're defining a we're exporting a variable specifically. We're exporting a variable jump impulse, which is equal to 20, where if the player is on the floor and you just pressed the jump button, the target velocity of y, which is the vertical dimension, is equal to 20, because that's the defining thing. Which I feel like you could just say that it is equal to 20. But oh well. I guess this allows you to modify jump impulse, just like jump impulse times 2, whatever.
Catch me.
So,
Catch me.
Maria Contreras. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but thank you for subscribing. That's all we need to jump. On the floor is the method of tool, character body 3s. If returns true, the player collides with the bottom floor of the frame. Is in frame. That's why we have to apply gravity to the player, so we can collide with the floor instead of floating over, just like the monsters. If the player is on the floor and the player presses jump, we instantly give them a lot of vertical speed. In games, you really want controls to be responsive, and giving instant speed boosts is like this is while unrealistic feels great. Yes. Frog, OS Frog. So I want to test something real quickly. Gallic, are you the only one here? I have 3 viewers here. What? I really don't want to do that. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to do that. There's 3 people here. I'm not going to subjugate them to that. So either way, hello people who are not Gallic. Yeah, it says 3 people out there. Although at this point I don't trust fucking I don't trust it anymore, so yeah, whatever. I'm still here? Oh, I know. You're on YouTube. I was talking about Twitch. I was talking about Twitch. So Alright, sorry. No worries. I'm glad you're still there. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Oh, also, question. Did you create your own character, or did you, did you create your own character, or did you pick one of the pre-selected characters? Pre-made characters. And if you did, why was it the wretch? Create my own character feels more right? Yeah, there we go. Yep. I literally didn't care about like the actual like character itself. All I cared was about the abilities, because I feel like some of the abilities are way better than other ones. So, squishing monsters. Let's add a squish mechanic next. We're going to make the character bounce on the characters and kill them at the same time. So the way that I think this is going. Hold on a second. I gotta sneeze. The way that this works, or I think it's how it's going to work, I think. Basically, it's going to sneeze, yes. it's going to detect if the collision is when player is not on ground. If the player is not on the floor and it collides with the mob hitbox or physics object, then coal, or whatever the term is for removing the mob thing, and it's going to add +1 to the score timer, or the score. I think that's how it's going to work. Let's see how accurate I am. Okay, so open up the mob. Listen. And select mob node. Yeah, I'm there. Mob node. Yeah, it's right there. Mob node. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Let's see. I go to groups, add a group. I'm going to call this mob. Okay. Shut up, Streamlabs. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you just have to write on leather. Call it a veal. A veal. There's a specific term for when you write on, also, hey, Nemesis, for a specific term for when you write on, leather. Also, fuck, I didn't realize, is Aduna still streaming, or is she done for the day? Okay, I'm gonna check that out for myself. Yeah, it looks like she's still streaming. Leather writing. Not speaking about tattoos? No, I'm not talking about tattoos. There's a specific type of paper. Say hi for me, would you? A specific type of paper that depressed skeleton. Wow, Gallic, you were really on the. Really, you know, there. Yeah, that's fair. Isn't it parchment? No, parchment is not. Vellum. It's called vellum. Vellum. Actually, I'm gonna look this up real quickly. Vellum. That's not how you spell it. Did she not stream today? Oh, maybe that's the case. Vellum? Oh, vellum with two. Vellum. Animal skin or membrane. Yep, vellum. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's a type of, it's when you write on skin, basically, animal skin. Familiar name? Yeah. It is always streaming. Camera is just on us. That's terrifying. How can I not put that title when you put the title like this on YouTube? I mean, yeah, that's fair. I didn't say you were wrong. You're very, very accurate. That's why you're my editor. On Twitch. So. Oh, I know I am. Now I need to go and check it. You're not afraid, Rage. She will come and add your cat ears. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. I would very much not like that to happen. Besides, cat ears are not bone. They're cartilage. Actually, are they even cartilage? I actually don't know what cat ears are made out of. Just basically skin, I'm pretty sure. Skin and like a little other thing. Some are? Okay. I guess it depends on what part of the ear I'm also thinking of. That's what I was thinking. I'm fairly certain it's just skin. Only a cat girl specialist, not a cat specialist. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. My cat has some reasons when... My cat, for some reason, likes when I flip her ears back on her head. Cats are weird. Cats are very weird. Code distinguish collision object collision. 4. I come up here on the scene to indicate node as part of the last one group. Give us the image. Unfortunately, he had a bald under his. Well, yeah. I'm in real life also balding, so it's very, very accurate. It's kind of hard to see when I'm not glitching out like crazy. Hey, Nopendev. We can't see what's under the robe. It's probably cat ears. I didn't see that until right now. For now, one day I'll bring us a raid with hair. Please don't. Actually, no, do that. Yeah, fuck it. That's gonna be sick, actually. That'd be fucking sick. Also, hey, Nopendev, how are you doing? I am depressed because I lost a friend to stupid politics stuff. So, we're game dev today. Give him a dwarven beard? I'd like one of those. Metal Rock Raid with a guitar? No. 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 If I'm going to do music, give me like that monk hair. Sorry to hear about your friend. No, it's alright. It's alright. Give me like that monk hair. That like it's like bald on the top and a bunch on the side, bowl cut on the sides. Dunks don't have hair? No, they do. Yeah, they do. They got bald on the top, and then they've got a bunch of hair on the sides of their head. And I'll do like I can do choir singing or whatever. Ever played as Undead and Divinity Original Sin? Count has big ass beard. Circle? Yeah, it's like a. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull this up. Monk haircut. No, I don't care about that. This. See? 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 I've seen it. That's for priests? Yeah, a monk. Depending on the type of monk we are talking about, yeah. But this is like... I'm not talking about a martial artist. I'm talking about a monk. That's a Christian monk? Yes. Please go back to the hair web. It looks... good ways I had web. It took you to, so I want to read it. Sucks to be you. Not a monk for priests. Alright, fine. We're gonna get semantic about it. The priestly monks. Anyway, that's the type. If you're gonna give me hair, give me that hair. Alright? Very lovely smell. I'm giving you skin? Please don't. Please don't. That would look bad. Ooh. That would look bad. Hey, there you go. You can see I'm bald. No. No. Because that would involve giving me a penis. And that would mean I can't use this model, because that would be NSFW. And I like this model, so please don't. Critical squash mechanics. Okay, we're having need another property. Bounce impulse. Yeah, okay. When squashing enemy, when we don't necessarily want the character to go as high when we're jumping. 16. Yeah, makes sense. Player. Wait, hold on. I just realized we skipped. No, we already have that. Okay. Player. Variable. Add another variable. Exports. Exports. Variable. Bounce. Impulse, which is equal to 16. Look, the only two monks I care about are the ones that I have learned about to warm my body with my breath 4. And the ones who make alcohol. You're thinking about, I think, Saint Bernard? Saint Bernard. Man. Bernard. Who's the guy who made like a bunch of Bernard? The only monks I care about are the monks because are the monks because they were there before the misspelled monkey meme. Monk who made wine. Not that. Let's get pictures. I'm thinking of... Where's that picture? 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 There's one picture I'm trying to find. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh, this is a very good picture. Look at this picture. Look at that guy. What a lad. Monk, adjective, monk, noun. Oh, he happy alright? Yeah. He is very happy. So, either way. There is one caste of monks who are famous for making beer, yes. Guess the one guess which one it is. Monk. Actually, I might have misremembered what monkey thing. See ya, time for midnight walk. Yeah. Bye-bye, Nemesis. Have fun. So... Okay, so bounce impulse, variable that, and then after jumping, code block we add the physics process, and in the following loop, move and slide. Okay, if is not on 4, this is for player. He's making alcohol. Of course he's happy. Yeah, exactly. Who wouldn't be happy when they're making alcohol? Well, that's whatever. Godot, anti-following loop with move and slide. I wouldn't be happy if I were making alcohol. I'd just be secondhand drunk and miserable. Fun how the ones who can't drink it are the ones who make the best. I don't know why you're saying that you can't drink it. That's... I'm fairly certain that's not in the Bible that you can't have wine ever. So... In fact, I'm pretty sure the Passover is specifically about how you're able to have wine because it's the blood of Christ. Not what I meant. I don't know what you mean then. Okay, so physics for index in range. Okay, this is much more complicated than I realized. Iterate the collisions that occurred every this frame. For index in range, get collision counts. For collision, get slide collision. Okay. Is it a religious thing or thing in a different? Is it a religious thing in a different religion? I don't know. I don't care about any other religion. They're all inferior. But that's whatever. Okay. Physics process for index in range. Get underscore slide collision. I'll get that as a process. Why is this not working? Are you in error 22? What is the debugger? Okay. Deltas can fix this underscore delta function looking at static function instance. Instead, it should be directly called for the type of the base it's looking at. I do not know what that means. Some monks made a vow not to drink, and they happen to be the ones who also somehow are pretty good at brewing. Oh. Oh, okay. Range, hit slide, collision. I guess there's a variable collision. Collision, which is equal to get underscore slide collision. Index. Okay, so why is this not working? As my philosophy teacher once said, one glass of wine a day won't do any bad. Won't do you any bad. Depends on how big your glass is. Yeah, just a spoonful. Exactly. Why I can't... Oh, here we go. Big glass. Doctor said that I can have one glass per day. It brings a fucking glass, tower glass. I'm pretty sure this is classified technically actually as a vase, and they're just trying to say, oh yeah, it's a fucking beer thing. No, it's a vase. It's a vase that somebody filled up with alcohol. So anyway, okay, so why? Go ahead and run this so that it'll give me a thing. Okay, so what are the errors? Parse too few arguments, gets slide collision, call unexpected one but receives 0. Okay. So it's expecting something. What should in range get slide collision? Give the vase? The vase? The whatever? Maybe, if you're good enough. If you're nice. Oh, also, I watched the video. I thought it was great. I think you did a really good job on it. I also really liked the short. I think that was great as well. That was hilarious. Okay, so why does that give me this? Let me go ahead and... Okay, so we'll do collision, like so. And then we'll close this off like so. And then we'll close that off like so. 2 free arguments. So it's just not complete. Is that what I'm understanding? I think that's what I'm understanding. It's not complete. So if there, okay, hold on. Collision, like the way I made the Copper Ritual subtitles kick in, is it over? And the screen, I liked that as well. Okay, if there are duplicate collisions with the mob in a single frame, the mob will be deleted after the first collision, and the second will call to the get collider will return null, leading to the null pointer when calling get collision get collider is in group mob. Ah, this is the block of code preventing from processing duplicate collisions. Collider is equal to null. Continue. So, if collision, specifically the collision get underscore collider is equal to null, and then continue. Why is this messing up? Oh, I see. I didn't do this. Why is it still messing up? Get collider. Collision. If collision is equal... No. Continue. Oh, okay, so if collision is collider, if the get collider, get collider is equal to null, then continue. How that works? Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. That's how that works now. So is this not... Why is this not working? Collision call. It's expecting... Okay, so it's expecting something in here, if that's what I'm understanding. I found out the best way to fly in Crimson Desert is ain't using the wings you get, but stabbing the air with a sword. Huh. Errors were declared is because you're calling the wrong function. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. It's like, get slide. Oh, that's what it is. Get slide collision count. Okay, I was misreading it. Counts. Okay, there we go. Okay, so get slide collision counts. That finds the number of collisions that happen in the index. We call the variable collision is equal to get collision index. If the collision is equal to null, we continue, and then we'll do if I think I understand how this is working. Collision dot. Do you understand what it continue does? Yeah, it moves on. Actually, let's go ahead and look at it just to make sure I understand it. We're gonna look at continue. No. I'll stop this because it's giving me it's unhappy that I have that there. Okay. Okay, so it's not telling me what it does. Let's find out what it does. Continue is part of the language, so there's no documentation. Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. Oh, wrong one. Goodo. What does continue do? Okay. Godot engine. History. Control F. Continue. So continue. 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 Immediately skips to the next iteration of for or while loop. Okay. Okay. I might have selected the haunted one as a background. I mean, you're playing. Yeah, that actually works. That works really well. Excuse me. Okay, so I understand. So continue, basically it goes, okay, and just booms it to the next if, or sorry, not if, but the next for or while loop. And it skips everything to there. Why would you want to skip all of the if statement? I guess it's not doing that. It's going to continue to the next one. As the name would imply, it continues. Not the next loop. Continue is inside a loop. Oh, I see. Okay, so what it does is it goes loops back to the for again. Makes the loop just the next iteration. Yeah. Okay. So So it basically loops back around to doing this next one again because it's within this function. Okay. It makes the loop jump to the next iteration. Yeah. So it goes whoop back around and hits right there. And that way it skips the iteration code. Yeah, so it doesn't do any of the other if statements. It doesn't have to worry about that sort of stuff. So it just goes, ignores all these other things and goes directly back to here. Okay, I understand. That's really useful, actually. That's really useful. Because you're able to create a bunch of... So with that, it's like there's a bunch of like really, really close things that happen all at once. So if you get a bunch of like coins or whatever, all at the exact same time, it loops back around and gives you all, let's say you get like 10 coins and they're given to you. It doesn't just give you one of them, one of them, it goes and gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it stops. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's really good to know, actually. That's really, really good to know. I assume that's really great at making... well, I mean, it's good to know. In this case, it is used to stop checking for that given collision and starts checking the next collision in the loop. Well, yeah, because what it's doing is it's specifically ignore it. No, so it's specific... Okay, wait, hold on. Make sure I understand this correctly. So what it does is... So what it does is, in this instance, it ignores, again, like you said, it ignores the inputs and the collision of the player and just checks for the collider collision counts. Checking for that given in collision and starts checking for the next collision in the loop. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. If collision collider, get collision collider. Null, continue. If there's duplicate collisions with the mob in a single frame, the mob will be deleted after the mob will be deleted after the first collision, and the second call to the collider will return null. Okay, so you hit 2 at once, it returns. So if the collider returns null, continue, ignore that, redo the next collision, ignore it, and continue to the next collision, basically. Okay, and it will still count as the mob because it's part of the group. Collision is collision group. Yes, you're understanding? Yeah, I'm starting to get it now. Return null, leading to the null pointer when calling collision get collider is in group mob. This block will prevent the code processing duplicate collisions. Yeah. Null, continue. Yeah. So that right there, specifically this right here, this if collision dot get collider is equal to or is returning null, continue. It is to stop the, like I said, the duplicate collisions where it's returning null, so you're not getting the collision. You're not actually getting the collision because it's returning nothing. Okay. I recommend you writing the code for this part in Godot, pressing. And if you write the code for this part in Godot, press Control Shift F11. Control Shift F11. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, it's just this button right here. Distraction-free mode. And this is, well, actually, that is a lot of stuff to keep track of. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so we go here. We're going to, so you can focus on the code. Yes. Let's go ahead and take you, expand you out a little bit, and then I'll take you, move you right there. There we go. Okay, so we got that already. Now we can go to the collision, what it does when the collision happens. So if collision dot get collider dot is underscore in underscore group nations mob do variable mob is equal to collision dot get collider. Yes. Okay, so if I understand this correctly, if the collision get collider is in the group mob, so if the collider collides with the group mob, it pulls the variable mob, or no, sorry, defines a variable mob. No, defines a variable mob is equal to the collision of get collider. No, it might have. Get collider returns a physics body that is colliding with the player in this case. Get collider returns the physics body so that the that is colliding with the player's. Okay, so it gives a signal for the physics body that is colliding. So that's what get collider is in MATLAB does. So if the collider is in the group mob, it sends a signal to. So you're checking if the physics body is a mob, so they can store it in a variable. You store it in a variable. Is that what this does? Oh, I get it. So, okay. A variable mob is a variable. Yeah. So okay. So the mob is in the variable is the variable mob, which is equal to the collision get collider. So it's collided with, basically. So it's basically, this is saying if the mob, if we collide with the group mob, the mob variable is equal to the collision get there. Oh, no, I understand the variable is the variable. VAR is the variable. I'm used to it being right here where you're defining a target, where you have a variable and you're defining it as a thing, versus here where it's being not tied to it, but it's being storing it. The word mob is starting to lose its meaning. Yeah. Trust me, that's how it always is. Okay, so that's Okay. Okay, so if the collider is with a mob, we check and see what we're hitting. We check and see if that we are hitting it from above. Okay. In this case, you're writing the code so the player. In the case for the player, so in this case, you're checking to see if what the player is colliding with. Ah. Am I supposed to be doing that? Player script, yeah. Okay, I am. Okay, good. I was worried for a second. I was like, oh shit. Yes, you're supposed to be doing that? Okay, I was like, oh shit. The collider is brought to collision mom. If a mob for a mob, yes. Okay, so I think I understand that. I think I understand this. So if vector 3 up dot. What is dots? Collision dot get underscore normal is less than vector dot products. Vector dot products. Well, hold on, let me finish writing this, and I will equal to vector math is a whole thing, quite complicated. I'm not gonna worry about it then. Mob, we pull that that node, and specifically we then go to a squash. Target velocity y is equal to bounce impulse break, and that stops it, I believe. I mean, the dots is a matrix for dot product. Returns the dot products of this vector and width. This can be used to compare the angle between two vectors. For example, this can be used to determine whether an enemy is facing the player. The dot dot product will be 0 for a right angle 90 degrees greater than 0, or angles narrower than 9 degrees, lower than 0, or angles wider than 9 degrees. Oh, I get it. So it's 0 if it's 9 degrees, greater than 0 if it's less than 9 degrees, and lower than 0 if it's wider than 9 degrees. Okay, I understand. When using unit normalized vectors, the result will always be between -1, 180 degrees angle, and between -1 when vectors are facing the opposite direction, and 1, 0 degree angle whenever aligned. Okay, so basically, if you have a line and 0 is facing straight up, that's 9 degrees, and you say that it starts here. It starts here. My hand. There. So it starts here, and it goes like this, and that's 90. That's 0. So this is 1. This is 0. This is -1. So a normalized one will always be between -1 and 1. Which is basically 180 degrees like that, with 0 being vertical up like that. Okay, and so vector 3 is specifically talking about vectors in regards to, like you were saying, vector math, specifically for, I assume the V3 stand for 3 dimensions. 3D vector using floating point coordinates. 3-element structure that can be used to represent 3D coordinates or any other triplet of numerical values. Okay. If it uses floating point coordinates by default, these floating point values use 32-bit precision, unlike float, which is always 64-bit. If double precision is needed to compile the engine with the following precision is equal to double, vector 3i's integer counterparts. Note, in a Boolean context, vector 3 evaluates to false if it is equal to vector 3.000, otherwise vector 3 will always be true. Okay. Normalized vectors is not about the direction, but about their magnitude. No. I get that, but I'm saying that the normalized one will always be between 1 and 1, -1 and 1, because it's setting it to a maximum of those two things. So the direction is irrelevant, but the magnitude of is what defines the direction. So the magnitude, let's say it's 0.8. That would be approximately like a 30-degree angle, rather, or 0.5. We'll say 0.5, and that's a 45-degree angle compared to a 90-degree angle. And then, but it's always going to be between -1 and 1, and those are always going to be 180 degrees. So I get what this is going for. No, magnitude is the length. Normalized vector means it's the length of 1. When using numerized vectors, the result always between 180-degree angle when the vector is opposite directions, and 0-degree angle when the vectors are aligned. Marketable Pashi. Am I not understanding that? Like, right angle. I equivalent to B dot A. Dot value versus in between. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like the dot specifically, because this is detecting whether or not it's. That's correct. That's okay. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about specifically. Not anything else. Specifically about dots, and how that allows you to determine the direction relative to the aligned with detects a direction based on a magnitude, our set value basically, where it's if it's normalized. We're using normalized. Up, yeah, back here. Okay. But yeah, this is a 3-point vector, so it's using 3 dimensions. As a creator of its math is a whole complicated thing. Don't confuse yourself trying to learn about it now. No. I'm just saying. Like, I understand specifically it's saying, well, in vector 3, that's the 3D vector. See, it works in 3 dimensions. And it's a float value, so it has the, it uses the three-digit integer. Or not 3-digit integer, but it uses the 32-bit, I guess. It's not a float, but it's a floating point coordinates. So, I think I understand how this works. So, and then get collision, which is a variable, because collision is equal to mob. Sorry, get collider. Anyway, anyway. Okay, so this is, if the up direction is less than 0.1, so basically, okay, so if the vector up direction get normalized is less than 0.1, which is about angles from between 9 degrees and 180 degrees. You squish the mob. You set the target velocity equal to, for the vertical, target velocity in the vertical dimension to bouncing point, which is 16, and this breaks it, which stops it, I believe. The break exits the execution of the current for or while loop. Okay, so basically this stops this entire bit right here. Once it gets to this part right here, it breaks it, and this is no longer applicable. It stops doing this. It'll wait for another input of the this start right here. Okay. So that's how that works. So, and this part right here is specifically about yes, it jumps outside for the loop. Yeah. So 2 frequencies can cut at least 0. Why is it not errors? Where are the errors? There are no errors. Okay, so this entire thing is about bouncing on it, bouncing at Dio. It's for, yeah, this is the jump. This is how we jump. This is for when we collide with mobs. This part right here. This part right here is about if we hit multiple. You have a typo in Squash Line 29. Oh. Squash. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Apparently I don't know how to spell squash. Man, this really helps make me stop caring about stuff. Typo 1 again? Oh, it will always win. Okay. Okay, I actually understand what's happening, and I think we can continue. That's a lot of new functions. Here's some more information about them. Get functions, get slides collision, and get slide collision, or count. Both come from the character body 3D class, which is related to move and slide. Get slide collision returns the kinematic collision 3D object that holds information about where and how the collision occurred. For example, we use its get collider property to check if the collided with mob by calling is in group on it. Get collisions, get collider. Collisions, get collider, is in group mob. Method of is in group is available for every node. Okay, but yeah, it is in group. Is in group. I don't know, fucking main or whatever. If we added that to a group, is in group, and we just instead of giving the quotation marks, that we could just say fucking anything. I don't know. Every node, basically. To check and see if we're landing on the monster, we use the vector dot, colliding with the normal 3D, the collision normal is a 3D vector that is perpendicular to the plane where the collision occurred. The dot product allows us to compare if it is, allows us to compare it to the up direction. Okay, I can hunt legendary animals and turn them into furniture? Oh, yeah, that's the hunted one's backgrounds. Yeah. Yup. You get, like, leather or whatnot from big-ass birds. Okay. With dot products, when the result is greater than 0, and two vectors are in the same angle of fewer than 90 degrees, a value higher than 0.1 tells us that we are roughly above the monster. Oh, I get it. Okay, so basically what it's doing is it's finding the angle between the 2 points of where the collision happened. And if that collision happens at greater than 1 or 0.1, I was talking about Crimson Desert. I can make a fucking furniture out of animals in D&D. Yeah, there's a certain possibilities you can do that with I think it's specifically for like Ranger or whatever, but yeah, nice. Turning legendary animals into furniture is nice. Interesting. I think I haven't really looked at Ranger all that much because it's kind of garbage class in 5e, but yeah. The collision, yeah, okay, so I understand how that works now. Okay, so basically, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, poor Ranger. Yeah. Ranger is so bad fun. Ranger is so bad fun. It is fun to play. Yeah. If you're not in the serious campaign and your DM is just like fun, then Ranger is a great class. But bad fun. But it is fun to play. The thing is that you have to work with your DM to get it to work properly. I was having a stroke while writing that or something. Yeah, no worries. It's your DM has to work with you because it's like, oh, your favorite terrain is mountains and you are in the city. It's like, well, no, you talk with the DM and say, hey, look, Jericho Warden is pretty good, is pretty cool. I don't know. I've never cared about Ranger at all. I've never cared about Ranger. It's just not something I care about. But my point is that like you have to really work with the DM. My favorite terrain, air. Is like Beatmaster, but it's a Drake. Okay, that must be like a specialty one for a for like one of the not class, but like the realm specific books or whatever. It must be a specific class for a specific book, basically. Okay, after handling the squash and bounce logic, we determined that terminate the loop early via the break statements to prevent further duplicate calls to mob squish, which may otherwise result in unintended bugs, such as counting the score multiple times for one kill. We are calling one undefined function mob squish, so we must add it to the mob class. Okay, so we'll go mob. In here, we'll probably do typically on the first, maybe it's squashed. Signal. So, okay, so signal squashed. Then we'll add do not function squash, which is when the function squash is called, squashed emits a signal which is QE, free, and basically that deletes the node. So when the function squash is called, it emits a signal squashed, which does Q-free, which kills the mob. Basically, it deletes it or removes it. Whoop. And then, like it's being squished. Yes, yeah. That's how you purge. We'll do this again when we're going to do like the off-screen stuff, so they don't load up a bunch. And we'll do Q-free for if the collision, if the body is off-screen, and if a body's off-screen, then we'll run Q-free so that we don't have a bunch of mobs in the background just kind of like existing. Okay, so you see sharp. Godot creates at appropriate events automatically signal event handler. C# signal. I don't use C#, so I don't have to worry about that. We'll use the signal to add points to the score in the next lesson. Yeah. With that, you should be able to kill monsters by jumping on them and press F5. To start the game, it's end and protect. Main. No, I want to. Why F5? Let me see. Oh, yeah, select currents. Float, nil, operator, what? Okay, hold on. That is debugger. Whoop, no, hold on. Functioning process. Player on 38. Target velocity, direction, time, speed. Functions, physics, process. What? My favorite, in this case, it will happen when the player jumps on the mob will immediately disappear. Yes. Oh, what? The schizophrenic guy made a desk out of a cow. How? The schizo. I learned it from the hat-wearing, tea-drinking in my mind. Mad blonde. In mind of the mad blonde. Okay, so errors. Okay, here we go. Physical process, invalid operations, float, and nil operator. Where is that? Target velocity, X direction, X speed. Why is this speed is nil? Why is the speed nil? No means it's not declared, but we have, I mean, it's target velocity, X and Z, in operations, float, and nil in operation. Where is speed? Well, why would it stop working now? You're not defining target speed 0, target velocity. See speed now? Direction, if direction. At the top? Speed 14. Oh. Well, yeah. Speed is equal to 14. So the variable speed is defined times speed. The direction X times speed of 14. Is that right? Is it plus? Supposed to be? No, that's not right. It's supposed to be plus. However, other variables see their value. We'll put it back up to that. Let's see. Debugger. Okay. Error. Gscript code. GD. At physics process trace. Stack trace. You even hover over the variables to see their value. Use pit variant is equal to 14, current value null. Why is the current value null? We have current is accessible, current is 0. Also accessible components. Current value null, current value null. Why? Since using export, check and see that no value assigns the inspector. Oh, inspector layer. resources. No, hold on. I need to go to player. And then we'll do speed 14, jump pulse, bounce impulse, fall acceleration, grounded, move up direction, Y, slide on ceiling, on the no tree selecting player, but the main scene. Ah, here. Speed 14. Yeah, no, it's the same. It has a speed of 14. It's defined there. Or its property is there. Picture team grounded up direction. Angel angle. Set the value again manually. 14. Does it change in here if I do this? It does not, apparently. Okay, so now we shall try that. It was literally just... It was... Okay. Whee! 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 Oh, hey, it actually worked. Why are they angled like that? What? That's a new thing. Also, this is strange. So why is it like that? Huh. There is currently a bug with export variables that set them as null for some cases. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. So I can kind of, it works part of the time. Interesting. I feel like this would be a cool game of like Hopper. Not Hopper, but like Frogger or whatever. Interesting. They have learned the concept of diagonal positioning. I know, it's horrible. Also, they shouldn't be interacting with each other. No, they're not. Okay, that's good. So why does it go to the country code and print this value? Print the value. So it works half the time. It works half the time. Okay, so you can go to the collision code and print the variable. The collision code. This code right here. Let's remove that. This for right here. How do I print? How do I print? Print screen? That's not what I meant to do. Before line 28? Oh, this right here. I have a part of the Madness song on blank paper. Oh, on paper. Put print normal to do. What? Put print code print normal. Print. If put code prints dot 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 normal. P underscore normal. Two, three. Oh, I have a fourth one here. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Expected expression as a function argument. I understand that language, and apparently no one... I understand not that language, and I apparently know one exotic one. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna look up how to print stuff in Godot. Oh, get censored? Yeah. I don't know why it censored that. So, copy what is inside the if line. Oh, so it's just that question gonna get. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. So we'll just take this if blah, 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 blah and get normal. So right here. Oh wait, no, this. Right there. Let's see. Control V. Okay. Now we'll run that. Debugger. Debug. Output. Where is output? Right here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and test it. Let me see if I can get somebody. Interesting. Okay, well, go ahead and end that. Doesn't show up again. Doesn't debug. Let me do this. No, it still isn't debug. Congratulations, now have practiced hitchhiking enemies. Yes. And using them as little islands. Maybe with the groups? Possibly. Possibly. Okay, let's check the groups. So we'll go to mob groups. See mobs. It said to keep it as scene mobs. Maybe I can switch it to global mobs. That's still the same stuff. Yeah. It is the scene group because it's exclusively for the group that's in the scene right here. So I should be able to know. But wait. What? It's you. Notifier, yeah. Division, get collider, get groups. Okay. Save that. Yeah. Yep, that was it. Yep. This fucked up the actual collision boxes themselves. Let's see if we can get two at the same time. Oh, that would have been a good opportunity. There we go. Hey, that worked perfectly. The more I play, the more luck get. I found out I can Tokyo Drift people with my horse? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. I knew it. I knew it had to do something with the collision. My fucked up collision is. Okay. Collision hanging out this way. Oh, my player and the Oh! I can fly! Okay, so something with the on ground is not working. This is amazing. I love this. Also, I love how they're just they're fish now. They're fish in the water. Why are they doing that? Why am I able to fly? I shouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to do this. This should not be possible. I should not be able to jump like this. They went to the sea. Make them jump too? That would be very funny, but that would be complicated, and I don't want to do that. Maybe in the future. They're little boats, and it's getting worse. The more it goes on, the more crooked they get. I've just noticed that. They're getting progressively more, make the ground blue. I'll do coloring in a bit later. But like they're getting more and more and more like tilted. Ah, we got a clanker. Blah 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 blah. Sorry. I didn't know if you were able to get it, and I was right there, so I can unban him so that you can ban him again. No, I don't feel like doing that. It's a clanker. I don't care. Okay, now they're getting back to normal again. What? I am so confused. Now they're getting worse again. I will say, even without like anything else, this is actually very fun as well. Also, hold on, can I? Okay, so yeah, it's fairly good. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, that's just because, yeah, that's because they're tilted and they shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. That shouldn't happen. Okay. How are you picking the direction of the monster? Okay, so it's set as a... Okay, so the direction of the monster is described... here... No. Check free mode. Mob. Okay, so it's a random rotated... So... There you go. Nice. Nice. Good for you. Okay. It's this bit right here, the function initialize, start position, player position. It looks at the player position and selects a random number between negative pi and pi divided by 4. That's a random speed. It's the random min, which is a between the min speed and the max speed. Sets the velocity, which is equal to forward, the random speed, and sets the velocity, which is equal to velocity forward. That's what I look up. You went up. The velocity, which is equal to the rotated, which is this, the random direction. Set the velocity up. Wait, why is it up? Wouldn't this be forward? I can look okay. Yeah. When you jump, they're looking up. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this real quickly. So, does this work? And then if I do this, okay. You can get the vertical. Okay, I see. Interesting. And then I'll let it go back down again and they start being fine. That's very funny. That's actually really funny. I did not expect that. Interesting. It's so funny. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we'll make them look at, who would have thought? Yep. Look at position. Player position. Exactly my thoughts. Exactly. Okay, so I assume a way to do this without doing that is to not pick the player's position, but pick a spot at the spot below the player's position. You can't you just make them look into the sky and just look at your direction horizontally? To fix this, you need to set the y coordinates to 0. Rotate, no. You set the y coordinate to 0. For the player? Also, I need to figure out how this, like, hold on. Player. There's somewhere is on 4 and if is on 4 and players jump. And jump in his pulse. So there's something wrong with this is on floor, where it's not detecting properly that I'm on the floor. But yeah, let's go back to the mob thing. We'll get this fixed up. So, look at position, start position, player position, vector up. Why would I need to pick the up direction? Can't I just... Wait, hold on. So can't I just set the... player's position to no, because I have to make sure they don't clip into the ground. Is what it is. Let me try setting it to 0 and see what that does. No, they still do the thing. That doesn't work because it does it in real time. Create a new vector with the player position set to y to 0. In the spawn code. Mob. Function initialize variable. So create a new vector. So creating a new vector for look at, yeah. So we'll have to do it here. So how do I create a new vector? Vector. Create a new vector with the player position and set it to vector 3 player position, which is equal to player position dot y, which is equal to 0. Right? New variable. Variable. New vector plus player position. Okay, so new vector. New vector. The player position dot y is equal to which equals player position dot y and then from there we can do new underscore vector is equal to 0. But the dot y dot copy the whole vector. Oh, I see. Dot y is equal to 0. Okay, well, let's see if that works. Main F5. Oh, hold on. Invalid assignment of property or key y with the value of the integer with the value of type int on the base object type float. Remove the dot y from the top. Which is equal. Oh, I see. Okay. New vector dot y. Okay. I get it. So this one we're just defining as the new vector, which we're currently defining as the player's position. The player position, the new vector in the y dimension, we're setting that to 0. The player position now is 0 as a new variable. So now we can run this, and we should be able to do this, and it still doesn't work. Okay. So why is that still not working? So No, the code replace the player position with the new vector. Ah, that's what it is. Right. So in this one, we'll do new underscore vector. Okay, so this new vector is equal to the player position y coordinate, which is set to 0. So F5. Now we test it, and now we go. Hey, that works. Okay, so we've okay. So the solution to this was rather than pulling the player's position and using that as a starting way to spawn the monsters, the mobs, we define a new variable, which is the player's position, and the new variable's position in the y dimension, which is the player's position, is equal to its x and z coordinates, but its y coordinate is set to 0 specifically. So, okay. Okay, y equals 0 means it's ground. Yes. So this right here specifically, again, so defines a new variable which is equal to the player's position. The player's position always changing. However, we say here in this part right here, after we define the variable, that the new vector, which is this variable right here, which is equal to player position, its y position right here, continuing on, is equal to 0, so that no matter what, the player's position, which is, you know, constantly changing, regardless of whether or not the player's position is moving, the y coordinate is always going to be 0, so it's always going to be on top, or it's going to be flat. Okay, I understand. That's not that bad. That's a relatively easy fix. Sweet. Okay, so now there's another issue which we have to worry about, which is the players constantly being able to jump. So the is on floor is not working properly, which means that there's an issue with the collision in regards to the ground, where it's not detecting if the player is on the ground properly. Hold on, let me go EU. Print. Anything parentheses? Is it literally just that? It's literally just that. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, well that's both the problems fixed. Oh, that's right, it's printing. It's constantly printing. Whoops. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do this anymore. There we go. Oh. Okay. Okay. Are we back? We're back. Okay. Cool. OBS crashed, as always. Just fucking why not? That was fast. I've gotten pretty good at being able to restart OBS at this point. So, whoops. Well, I mean, it's not my fault. It's OBS's fault. I was wondering what happened. Yeah. OBS is fucking. Yeah. Well, I guess Nopen Dev is, you know, dipping. So good night. Have a great time. Okay. So now we've gotten pretty much all this done. That's good. So I don't know if I will die yet. We'll work on the next part. Let's play some games. I kind of want to just like chill out and not have to worry about that for a bit. Because I had a lot of fun with this. A lot of fun actually. But I don't want to go too long because I'm getting kind of tired. So I kind of just want to chill with something less intense. So take you, put you there. Okay, well, not accidentally do that. Close you. Okay, let me disable that. Let's pull up. I'll move some stuff around first. I can minimize that. What game do y'all want to see? Let's do Peggle. Not Peggle, Peglin. We haven't played that one yet. I need to make like a general like gaming. Whoops. Pick thumbnail so I don't have to worry about getting specific ones. Oh shit. Windowed. Apply. Okay. Peglin. Woo! Yeah. Alright. Peglin. I don't have anybody else, so yeah. Let's go ahead and, sure. Sure. I realized. Oh fuck! Hold on. I just realized. Shit. Hold on. Yep. We'll leave that. Hold on. Options. Apply. Why you not do that? Windowed. Apply. There we go. Accept. Ah, that's what I didn't. I didn't do accept. Me stupid. So. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Back. Continue. Okay. All right. Whoop. Let me set y'all to live chat. Okay. Okay. Hey, Gallic, would you do me a favor? Would you do me a favor? Would you change the title? Kind of the airsoft equivalent of flamethrower? Nice. Would you change the Twitch to the appropriate thing, please? Done? Thank you. Thank you. There is very little tech, but regular tech, but incredibly strong critical hit. We hit the term, describe the tech. Okay. Whoops. I don't need to be crazy strong, so you. Which F. There we go. Okay. It's basically a fire extinguisher. He just forced the player to see his comrades as being burned alive. Ah. Pretend you're being burned alive. .exe. Duplicator or creates whatever hits that one. Finesse. Hit contact with them. Wait, apply to every 5 hit, deal for edge area on the board. Oh, okay. Bramble. Able to move and damage them that move through them. Oh, that's 2 damage. I mean, we can just do this, I guess. I don't know what's great, but I'll just... You know. Treasure chest. That's what we start with. Orb start with 5 worth of damage. Interesting. I think this would be really good. Megadeth. Ooh. Cool. That sucked ass. Ah, here we go. Let's go, like, right there. Yeah! Nice. Now we can hit you? And that'll hit all these guys. Exact damage to the enemy. Oh, cool! Nice. Bolt lightning zaps up to 2 additional every hit. Can target any enemy. Uncrit attack all enemies in the target column. Upgrades each +4. Applies 1 but on hit. On crit applies 2. Reorbitizer every 6 pegs up to 10 times. When discarded, shuffle. I guess we can just upgrade one? Creates 3. +1 multi-ball. Sure, I guess we can head towards that. I don't know, go this direction. You reach the clearing with a strange amount of crows circling above. You don't think much about it until they start dropping pebbles on you. Use your satchel to catch the pebbles. +3 pebbles. Distract the crows. Remove random orb. Please use your offering and drop your fuse down. Leave it go. Nice. It's funny. Let's see what this is. Oh, I guess we're going that way. Okay. What? I can't. Hold on. I can do you. Amazing. It's beautiful. They spit. How dare. You know, it's a little bit wasted on this guy, but, you know, fuck him, I guess. Yeah! More crits created. I need you to... it still gets him. I need you. Perfect. Nice. Nice. Weak crit damage that cannot be modified. Effects that apply instead of pride. That's numbers. Ball next. Deal splash damage to enemies immediately to the left and right of the target. I'll upgrade this to level 3. And then, yeah, we'll call that quits here. Ow. seriously. Alright, fine, go that way. Okay, no worry. YouTube had a minor stroke for a moment there. That's good. But you're cleaning the forest and the sun shines brightly. Yeah. Leave your kite refreshed. You continue on the way journey back to your step. And get a little sun. Right. This interface dying? It'd be like that. It'd be like that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Figured I had a solid chance of it hitting. Yeah. Go like that. Nice. Didn't use a single bomb that entire one. Inferno Orb. Lighter than other orbs, detonates on one hit, destroys. One hit, deals self damage. I don't even deal with self damage. How much health do I have? 70. Sure, I'll heal to 90. And yes, that's actually what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but okay, it's fine. Bag of orange pegs. Attacks get an increased damage multiplier based on the number of blank room or of the empty or removed. Oh, okay. Activate a new pen. Activate. I feel like that's really good though. Let's do this one. Oh, okay. So try going like this. I want to get down to the bomb like that, because I can get like so. I should have waited. That's fine. Nice, a refresh orb thing is actually really huge. Okay. Yeah, that's not great either way. There we go. But that works though. Best foot forward. Snowball. Degree. Multi-ball with the leaves. Pegboard gain 1 bulwark. All snowballs gain for every blank hit. As the snowball hits and gain strength, all snowballs increase in side damage each battle. Sure, we'll try this. Sounds kind of cool. Let's upgrade it a little bit. Ooh, hard guy. Holy shit, there's an airsoft game that has stalker roleplay? Nice. Cool. Extra nice. I actually really want that specifically so that I can do this and really fuck them up. Now I have, yeah, 3 bombs. Ah, shit. Almost got that. Come on. No crit. That's fine. Hey, dead anyways. Kimpole. Cause poison to every poison slime to every applies poison slime to every hit. Targeted enemy takes 10 damage for every poison slime on the board after enemy movements. It's big. That's kind of funny. We'll do that. We'll upgrade that again. Whenever you heal, deal 3 times damage to target enemy. When applying positive side effects to you, increase the amount of heal applied by 1. -1 + 1 for every bank on board. I don't know what that means, but Mask of Joy, I guess? Sounds kind of good. Oh, interesting. Ball removes damage sometimes. Okay. Flying enemies are attacked horizontally. Enemies are attacked horizontally and take 1.5 damage from additional. Orbs that are larger than the standard orbs that deal damage equal to the number of large orbs targeted hit. How about to contribute to damage? I mean, I guess we'll do this. That seems pretty good. Maybe miss. Oh. I don't think I want that. Big fish. Orbs that are larger. Do I have any orbs that are larger? It's big. I guess that's considered a big one. So, orbs that are larger than the standard orb size deal damage equal to the number of owned large orbs to the targeted enemy for each blank hit. Let's just do the special blow. That seems good. Like so. You stumble into I don't remove all orbs because I don't want the Ouroboros. You stumble into a strange mirror with shadows flickering in the reflection. You're drawn closer and closer until your nose is nearly touching the glass. The shadows are speaking a language you've never heard before, but you understand their offer. And puts the pencil into the mirror, hoping the shadows make good use of it. Okay. Deer. I missed. There we go. Nice. Ah. Okay, it's a little bit bastard that it's got all the refreshes right there. fuck it. We're gonna have to. It sucks, but we're gonna have to. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Refresh. No refresh, but bomb works perfectly well. Alright, I just need one more good crit. If I do. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good crits. Damn, that sucks. Betsy the Leshy. Voltorb. Or bust. Woo. Good old memory leak. We'll do that. Might as well do this one as well. Okay. Constricting chains. Every orb will fire 2 additional copies into the pegboard, but the orbs deal to round it down and can only be aimed in 4 directions. Okay. Your memory leak might have given me a piece of the puzzle I didn't know that was there. Good to hear. 1 second, 2 rare orbs are added to your deck. Orbs are randomly upgraded 3 times and have acquired. All orbs have a +2, but board contain less. Your current shot's total damage is dealt to the target's enemy every 3 collected, but you can no longer collect or retain. Sure, we'll do this one. Cool. What is this? Orbalisk. What do we get? We got a Signal Boost Orb. And we got the Orbalisk, Signal Boost Orb, and nothing else. Oh, 2 rare orbs. That's right. Orbalisk, which is a level 3, and the Signal, which is a level 1. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Here we go. Having that, well, he's just dead. Raborb. Bouncy. What? Every Dune triggered applied enemies to take damage from hits. Any enemy. I mean, we can just upgrade our orbs. I'll do that twice, I guess. Woo! Not what I wanted to go, but oh well. It's fine. You find a forge, hot and ready to smelt, yet oddly unattained. You think that you can use it, but your little pecking hands aren't made to handle the heat. Use your satchel to scoop up the forge, special relic. Take your smithing hammer, special relic. Use the forge, upgrade a random orb. I will take the forge. Perfect forge. Whenever an upgradable orb is added to your deck, upgrade it and take 6 damage. Can I not do that? I guess I gotta. Boy, not sure why you thought that would work, but I'm glad you tried it. And a fight. Okay. Let's go this way. This is very loud. I managed to break all of the glass. Okay. Let's go with you. Okay, that works as well. I did very little damage. Nice. Nice amount of salvos. Ow. Ow. There we go. Nice. Toil and Trouble. On hit, on crit, apply additional damage. Enemy. Ball. It's small. Add 1 spinus for every 3 triggered when the orb is in flight. I'm gonna try this. Seems kind of cool. Ow. Get 2. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Get 2 of the these. On attacks apply for darkness. Missing an attack. Extra bouncy. Ooh. Max health whenever an orb is added to your deck. Prices that scale up with each purchase remain fixed on their initial price. I'm gonna purchase that. I want this, and then I want yeah, we'll do this. That's crit damage, I believe. You just barely notice an elongated figure lurking in the shadows. You hear an oddly alluring voice in your head. Do you crave power, little Pegadin? Would you like to make a deal? Special relic. Run away. Figured to make the move for you, and you're out of the clearing in just a few seconds. I thought you would take much longer to... Okay. Pick one to 3. With 10 extra, I want to do this. I want to go this direction. Specifically. I don't wanna risk doing that. Okay. Ooh. It's big! It's big! Okay, let me get you to make sure I actually get all that sort of stuff. God damn it. Oh shit. Nice. And I got a good amount of bow work as well. Ball work. Man, he is fucked. Cool. I guess we can start. Well, you see the map? Yeah, I don't have any other things, so I might as well just do this. I'd like to go that direction? Maybe? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because there's an elite right there. Enemies don't get the extra turns when you first reload. Deal 10 extra damage. Yeah, seems kind of cool. Damn. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. There's those flickering and reflection. Try closer into you. Well, we have pretty decent orbs, so I wouldn't mind duplicating all of them. Ew. Come on. Fuck. Refresh. Ow. Oh, he teleport. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's 60 damage, that's right. I'd like to heal. I don't need to upgrade an orb, so... Fresh orb. I'll continue. Well, but time to be off. It's 5 a.m. over here in Sweden, and though I have nothing to do... I have nothing I need to do tomorrow, and not much next week. I shouldn't destroy my sleep schedule entirely. I wish I didn't have stuff to do. But I have... Well, good night either way. I hope you have a great rest. So, thanks for dropping by. It's all... Yeah. I shouldn't have started with that. Orblisk. Do this. Okay. You're fucking stealing my shit. Fuck you. No, not you. I want... Stealing my fucking shit. We'll have to focus on these guys. I'm dead. Unless I can do some crazy stuff with this. Nope. Cool. That's a lot of fun. Interesting. Okay, well, I think it's time to call it quits here. And I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic night. Let me go ahead and pick somebody to raid. Stream, yeah. Hey, go say hi to Jolly. The night wasn't fantastic as it is. That's good. So. Alright, well, I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.